Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late today, but I'm actually going to be going for longer, but not in the same way as usual. I've been trying to think about this. I think Alex is in here right now. He was in chat, so I think he's still here. But I'm thinking I am going to end this stream and send everybody over there once we hit the time when you're supposed to go live, just to keep it kind of easy. I assumed that was the thought process you had as well, because I thought for a second about maybe like both of us being live at the same time, but I don't think that would necessarily, it wouldn't help anybody. Faces Goblin Mode, Faces Terminator. Oh, I should have left that chat. What a great chat. Did you try and copy and paste it? Is that what happened? But we have some Instagram posts, as always, some Reddit stories, and then a couple videos from Lus, our man Tony, and Alex the Fiction. So that should be a whole lot of fun. I just sent out the Discord to the Discords. So we'll see who hops in. We'll get started on the Instagram posts, like always. I guess I could zoom in on this a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Just a good old keg tap. You know, why not? Oh yeah, get it. I support this. This is what we call specialization. Becoming a professional in your craft. He's learning the ways of the ancient times. As is he. Trigger warning, I guess. This kid does get he gets a little bit of an ouchie. They don't show anything bad, but I think you can assume that it doesn't end too well just from this alone. You know, thinking back into the past, I probably did something similar similar to this at that age. I bet you thought that this was like it's farther. When I first saw this, it was farther than I thought. I thought that this was more like, I thought that this dirt was closer to us, and then there was like, this is almost part of the road. I thought he was going to maybe land here, but I guess it was better he landed in the dirt, right? He's gonna be okay. Kids are like rubber at that age. No, exactly. Yeah, he's a kid. He can absorb all that shock. He'll be okay. He'll get back up. Give him like 15 minutes and a few, and he'll be okay. That's what it always takes. Is after you go, then you'll be fine. That's what every kid needs to do. Here's a little song for my goat, Dr. Pepper. Had to act on this before someone got sent this in a dream and steal it from me, so I impulsively posted this.
Theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Yup, let's go.
Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Ooh, Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. 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 Ooh, Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
This was not sponsored by Dr. Pepper, but I wish it was. I hurt my arm working out the other day. I think I pulled something. Or I fucked up my tendon, but I guess same. But I tried to lift up my hand to cover my headphone. Oh my god, I can't even go that high. Oh, I can. Oh, it's so tight. It sounds worse if you're just listening. My bad. Oh, my arm hurts so much though. Maybe I should stop doing that. It's getting better, and honestly, I couldn't lift it that high yesterday, so we're getting there. But I instinctively tried to put my hands on my headphones, and it just almost tore my tendon straight off the bone. Here's a little message to all the parents out there. Just spend the money. Unless you have like some carpentry experience, just spend the money. So I can't play the audio because it's Lil Wayne, but Daddy, can you buy me a vanity set for Christmas? Daddy, I can build you one way better. So let's see this amazing vanity that this dad puts his heart and soul into for his daughter. So okay. I see he got the 2x4s. Okay. Just building the whole thing out of 2x4s. Okay, it's sturdy. It's a it's a sturdy build. You know, maybe he's gonna do something interesting here. You know, this is just the framing. Okay, the mirror's a little bit small, but you know, we're getting somewhere. This is not even at all. You can see how wonky this is. He doesn't have any like structural, like a beam going up to just keep it. I'm calling it a beam because this thing's made out of 2x4s, but you get what I'm saying. He doesn't have anything holding it together. These pieces of wood are just gonna fall over. It's like he just I don't even know how he got them together. I think he just glued it. He just glued it all. And then he decided to lacquer it now. You know, got to do what you got to do. And he paints it. Yep. Slap some paint on it. There we go. Added some shelves. And then this is the part. Here's the thing. I would have just said, it's unfinished. Okay, you know. You got to ball on a budget here and there. I get you. I feel you. But this is where it all just starts. It takes a turn. I don't know if he wanted it to look like it was like natural carving in the wood or something. Like it was like bro, it's made out of like, come on. Like this is not working. And he throws a seal over everything, you know, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Is that chocolate? It's like these are like oh my god, I just realized too. These are like the beads that you or the rocks you put in a fish bowl. We got Hello Kitty. Ooh. But he took like the rocks you put in a fish bowl and like an aquarium and just threw that on top and then threw some kind of like seal over it so that like it was flat on top, but then I totally just saw a bunch of the rocks were like protruding through the top. So it's still super rough. Actually not that bad. I guess. I guess it depends on how old his daughter is, right? Who needs a vanity? You trying to be vain? That's not how I raised my daughter. Throw it back on her like that. Watch how quickly she stops talking to you when she turns into an adult. The most compelling alleged Sasquatch photo. Look at this. Are you compelled? He's real. I just scrolled past this on Reddit. Oh, I forgot to give it an updo. Is this the most compelling alleged Sasquatch footage or photo? This is just AI. This is an AI image. Let's see what's at the top of all time for Bigfoot. This is one of my favorite Bigfoot videos. It's known as the Beast of Gum Hill, and according to the witness, dude on the ATV, it's about 7 feet or 2.13 meters tall. I'm so scared. Wait, when did we get badges? Whoa. Oh yeah, sorry. I just added those. I added them as well as some new emojis. So those have now been added. Basically, I guess I could show it. It would take a second though. Ooh. Where is it? Oh yeah, I did this before and it didn't look that good, so we'll try it and see how it comes out. Yeah, you cannot see it that well from this, but here you go. This is it. So for new members, you get this little shocked face. And then for 1 month members, you get me as like an orc. And it's like a goblin mode thing. And then after 2 months, you get the little knighted one because it goes from 2 to 6 months. So it's like, you know, you're a loyal, dedicated fan. So I really appreciate you. You're part of the army. No, but then after 6 months, you become a royalty. There are a few royal members already that have met that 6 month requirement. Shout out all of them. Yes, and then after a year, we have the Terminator, Captain Terminator. And it's really hard to see from this screenshot. It took me some time. I actually am not super proud of it, but came out all right. Okay, I thought that was about to open on the wrong screen. I got so worried. But to show all of my oh no, don't show my folders. See if I can find this. Assets, stickers, and emojis. There we go. I am the new content Terminator. Look at that. That took me like 15 minutes. No, it probably took like half an hour. And still, not that good. But I did this all myself. I took the image of just the Terminator head, and then I actually did all of the, you know, other parts of it myself. I edited the scabbing. So I'm proud of myself for that. That one's all right. So realistic. Wow. Yes, the Capinator. And this one I just thought looked funny. I just did that because I thought it looked funny. And then I'm also proud of the Goblin mode one. This one looks pretty good. I just used the like smudge tool on Photoshop and just moved my face around a little bit. Made myself look real angry. Grrr. Terminator? I hardly know her. Oh, this is it? Sorry, we're back on Bigfoot. This is what has the top. This is the top voted. This has the most updates on the r/Bigfoot, and that's it. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Goblin these nuts. You're right. Oh, need to add my funny haircut? You're so... Oh, that's so true. We need to add more emojis. I need to go through it. I could probably remove the sad one. I think the sad rain one doesn't really work that well. It's too small. So the funny hair might work. I gotta say, I read this first and then I realized I wasn't in the H3 subreddit and it started making a lot more sense. So this is actually on r/Matt Porn Circle Jerk. Wonder if that's gonna get me demonetized just for saying that. But why didn't Moses just take a week-long trip? Was he dumb? So this is talking about in the book of Exodus when they left Egypt and went to the Holy Land. And it was a 40-year journey, and it would take about a month with stops and everything. And I guess the whole idea is they got lost in the desert. But even if they got lost in the desert, 40 years walking around to the furthest part, hitting Oman, what is current day Oman, in to the southeast. I don't think it would take 40 years to go around, but then again, it just brings into question that whole the whole topic of what is symbolism and what is actually trying to be historical in the Bible. And I'd say most of the numbers, every time you hear numbers in the Bible, it's usually symbolizing something. But big ups. 10 milligrams THC and 5 milligrams CBD is goo, right? Well, we have no free promos here. But what I have is this dark chocolate mini bar dusted with Jacobson sea salt. Note the dosage strength. And it is, I don't want to show the actual thing. It's really little, but it's only 100. I don't like dark chocolate that much. So I might put a little bit of peanut butter on it. But it's 100 in this tiny little bar. It's like a tiny little chocolate. So that'll be good. So we're doing the up and up. 10 is a good starting point, though, yes. A lot of people say that 10 milligrams gets them fucked up, but I think that I might be a little damaged. Damn, I had to step away, but this is my topic, so I'm sad I missed. Don't worry, Ethan. It was pretty quick. No, yeah, we were just talking about the symbolism of 40 and how 40 is usually talking about trials and tribulations in a sense. So the 40-year travel is, and especially because there is, obviously we don't know all of Egypt's history. A lot of it's lost, but there isn't any historical evidence of ancient Israelites as slaves in Egypt. But Egypt, the first ever war was Egypt versus the Canaanites. In Canaan. So they definitely had power over this area for sure. But just a quick little thing. Everything is illegal where I live, but that's fine because I also don't consume. I'm like Ethan. It's a way to handle it. Just do what you got to do, Take a drink here and there if that's what you need. Just don't go too far. Everything's good in moderation. You know what they say. And I saw this on Instagram, but I forgot to like it, and then I saw it on Reddit, so I was like, I can talk about this. This is pretty interesting. I don't know how I would react in this situation. A lady finds her pickup truck being used to move things around after she had dropped it off to a mechanic for work. Mechanic claims it's just test drives.
My truck. This truck is mine. How'd you get this truck? Six Brothers. It's supposed to be being on a test drive so I can get my truck. I haven't had my truck since the 21st of November, man. This is not test driving it.
I'm moving stuff.
What is... Who is it?
Here's the thing. I understand being mad. You can't be too mad at them. I guess you can, because I'd imagine it's not like they sold it to. These look like personal friends. I'd imagine. Do you go? Does this mechanic also have a rental service? I'm confused by that part, but I'd assume that this is somewhat of a personal friend. Yeah, sure, bro. We got all these cars. Feel free. I would. I mean, here's the thing. I'd walk up and maybe talk to them first and be like, hey, I need you to get your stuff off of there and I need my truck back now. But if they wanted to argue with me, then it would just be, 911 call. Hey, my car has been stolen. I have it right here. I'm in front of it, in front of these people's house. What are they going to do? Leave? I'm in front of their house. Sucks to suck. But, yeah, it's kind of a, caught you red-handed there, buddy. What's yours is mine, or whatever.
This is Junior. Bro, Junior, what?
Test driving to go find that copper wire, bro. Yeah, that could also be the case. Maybe they aren't moving stuff. Maybe they're just scrapping. They're just going around scrapping items.
What the fuck is this, bro?
We have to drive your truck, lady.
We have to drive it. We have to use the truck bed, to make sure that the weight capacity is accurate. Do you want your truck to flip over? We need to make sure it meets regulation standards.
Okay, so why is this motherfucker's washer in his goddamn fucking...
Of course, Junior is behind this. Pops would have never let this happen.
Man, I say I'm not a motherfucker. I'll do you and your mama and your daddy and everybody. You don't know who the fuck
Now
I
he's
am.
threatening me.
So
Now he's
I am
threatening me.
threatening you, bitch. Who the fuck you think this is?
He's pump faking. He doesn't have anything in that. He's pump faking. Try him. Do it.
I literally pulled up on my truck, bro.
You talking about this motherfucker? You know who the fuck I am?
My shit's a...
We've been trying to keep driving it.
Come on, man. I ain't gonna cut you one time. I ain't say
Communication's key, Junior.
You think someone gives a fuck about your OnlyFans page? Man, I'm
Every
him.
time we do it, it comes back on the
I'm
light.
him.
Eamon keeps telling me today, tomorrow, today, tomorrow. So I tracked my motherfucking truck. Tracked it from Warren all the way fucking throughout Youngstown. And now I pulled up on it. Because what the fuck?
I'm with you. Lady, I'm with you. We have to keep driving it. There's a lot of apartment buildings.
I didn't give nobody permission to personally use my truck though, Junior.
He's holding a banana in there. Yeah, he just has his lunch packed in his pocket.
I'm paying on this. What if... Okay, if you're not personally using it, why is it in somebody's driveway right now with a washer in it and workout equipment?
We're trying to use it. We're driving it.
We're not using it for personal use. We're trying to use it. We're driving it. Junior, he's a genius.
Still, that's not a test run, my guy. This is not,
Lady, look, I'm gonna put it like this.
I'd like to know what he was going to say next. I really would. Because, like, Junior, you're getting shut down. The mechanic, like, the mechanic is getting, like, you're all getting shut down. You're probably going to go to jail for a while. And they're going to have to do an investigation to see if you've done this type of stuff before. So you don't tell me, like, the way it's going to be or whatever. Let me put it like this. No, let me put it like this, Junior. 911. They're on their way. But honestly, this is why the confrontation probably isn't necessary. Just call the cops. Like, it's your truck. You know that they're using it for personal use. You know that this is not a test drive and this is not... Who knows? Maybe they have it written down. It was one of the stipulations that you missed. Hey, when we have your car, when we repair your car, we are entitled to use it in whatever way we please. If I want to enter it into the demolition derby, that is my right as your mechanic. That is why I work on my own car. Well, Internet Tough Guy, can I bring my car to you? Can you help me out? It's all in the fine print. Ah, I missed it. It said right in the bottom, your car is mine now. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I think I just call the cops. The back and forth is completely unnecessary. I think it's smart. It would have been smarter to wait. It would have been smarter to call the police rather than giving them time to get stuff off of the truck. Because obviously she has it on video and stuff now, but I do think that it probably would have been better to have the police catch them red-handed in the personal use of your vehicle, because if there's nothing in the truck, maybe they'll try and lie and be like, what, we were doing a test drive on it just to go back and forth. We consider that like a normal drive to my house and back. Duh. It's like what someone would do for work. If it can make that drive, that means it's repaired. Yeah, she should have recorded and called the police, then let Junior know way after, once the police were there. Yeah, because that's, like I was saying, they're going to do an investigation to see if he's done that before, and giving Junior a call ahead of time gives him the time to call all the other people that are test driving cars to let them know, hey, bring them back. We need all those cars back right now. Yeah, cops are the safe route for sure. Like, unless you're going to show up like 10 deep, you got you and the boys. Like, unless you're ready to take your truck back by force, I'd say just call the cops. But here's something insightful that we all need to hear. Two people who have never been to Iran don't like an Iranian person speaking or describing his experience living there.
People singing and dancing like on the street, it just feels weird, because if you do that in Iran, like they can arrest you. Did you know that?
For dancing?
Like this,
dancing.
like
It's a little eye rolly, like why are you presenting it like it feels like he's fucking paid to?
Why are you telling the truth? It's also, here's the thing. It's okay to question it. If you go, wait, is that true? And then go, wait, is that true? Is dancing in Iran illegal? Is dancing in Iran illegal? Yes, dancing in public, especially by women or where genders mix, is effectively illegal in Iran and can lead to arrests, fines, or flogging. Though it's a heavily defied rule, often seen as protest, while officials bans target public displays as indecent or promoting corruption.
Stoic.
Oh, this one goes out to Alex the Fiction.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
And now his stream is gone. His stream is gone to the ether. You will never know the context to that. You never get to hear it.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
Yeah, sorry, I was just using the AI overview. That's not true, actually. It was all fake. Everything's fake news. I'm not going to actually research it anymore, though, to actually find out if it's true. I'm just going to tell you that it's fake. Alex going a little crazy there, I know. Why on the couch, bro?
Do propaganda
for the U.S.
Yeah.
Like the U.S. Like.
So this is so strange to me because I'm seeing everyone having such a good time here, being so free
and laughing.
But in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you were ever feeling.
What if you enjoy flogging? Dancing and flogging sound like a night in Germany, to be honest. Hey, if that's what the difference is it's, if you want to be flogged and you've asked to be flogged, that's one thing. But if it's forced upon you, it's all about consent. That's the whole issue.
Feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
Also, this is crazy, right? I've never understood, and you see it so often. Why do people that fucking cosplay as progressives always make fun of accents? Yeah, they're making fun of accent too. Yeah, why?
Arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you were ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
Go watch Turkish iDubbbz stream.
It's just so.
Yeah, it's a little over the top.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, he's in a marabou of the ass.
Maybe he's imagining too much. You're right, Psychonaut. Maybe he's imagining people dancing with their tits out in the U.S.
They're doing the fucking.
Maybe he's imagining it's so much worse.
This capitalism is so great.
Is that what he said? Because it's like so, like, it's beyond ignorance, right? Like, how are these two so wrong so much of the time? It's almost impressive if they weren't such losers. No, exactly. It's just so odd to me that it's like you don't know what you're talking about, yet you speak about it so flagrantly, and even like just completely like bastardize the claims that were made. He's not saying anything about the government or the economic state of America or of the U.S. What he's talking about specifically is like the laws on the social standards and like stuff like that. Like, and that's true. And that's just true. It's a dumb thing to try and argue. Truly
stoic.
Singing, I can feel the freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's starting to make her uncomfortable.
What?
You can't have your dog
On a leash?
even on a leash.
Well, where
in
are
the
you supposed to
street.
keep it?
I don't know, at home.
Okay, so you
Like,
don't know.
Everything has changed.
Can you walk dogs in Iran? No, you generally cannot walk dogs in public in many Iranian cities, as authorities have expanded bans on public dog walking and even transport due to religious views, considering dogs ritually impure. Yeah. It's like, and again, there's nothing against Muslim culture as a whole, but that is like a common thing where like I don't know if it like Western Muslims, but a lot of Eastern Muslims will like not allow dogs in the house. Like they don't allow them in the house. They keep them as like guard animals and work animals and stuff. This reminds me of white savior Noah Samsung.
Hello, my dears. Welcome back to.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it on that screen. This is why I don't trust allies. Is this video about Noah Samson? Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna save this for later, Fupa Troopa. Thank you for sending me this. I know this is old. That's interesting though. I might check this out. But yes, it is funny because when people talk about like superiority complexes that like white people have, I think that people forget that it does not exclude like progressives. And so like, and that's not to say that every white person always feels better than like better and bigger than everybody else. But the point I'm making is it is funny how people that are in no position to actually make the criticisms that they make them so flagrantly and do it in a way like making fun of his accent and just hand waving away his experience that he's speaking on. Anyone else have so little life that they watch the entire 3 hours Rob's media on Hassan? I don't know if I can watch 3 hours about Hassan. I've got to be honest. I see enough of him. It's been on my list for a bit.
I just don't think
48 hours ago,
Yeah.
I was in Iran. Everything was
No shot. That's true. None of this is true. That's what's so annoying about it.
This is so.
This is going to be a lot of people's exposure to
Iran.
Iranians and Iranian culture. They're like, oh, I guess
You can't have dogs in Iran. You can't put a dog on a leash.
he just grew up conservative. Yeah, and he
That's
just didn't
what I
have.
thought. Because a lot of Muslims don't have
Right.
dogs.
That's
if
why you
they're
have to ask the follow-up question.
Yes.
Her follow-up question told you all that you needed to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do they
oh,
keep it?
I have no idea. Okay, so
Wait. Maybe he just didn't have a dog. He just knew it's illegal. Like,
you just don't know. about dog culture in Iran.
That's so interesting.
Like,
Just saying whatever.
like you really you have to be yeah, I have to be careful about the words.
You can speak freely here. You're in America.
Are you shit?
I know,
But they're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me. The Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things.
Listen, he's planning on going back potentially, okay? And if he wants to travel back, he's got to be careful with what he says.
Bro, are they gonna check his last 5 years of social media history? Sorry, this is just so He's so scared. The producer, this is America. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, the producer's almost.
The Iranian government has used armed drones and missiles to strike Iranian Kurdish political opposition groups and dissenters operating out of northern Iraq, resulting in numerous casualties. These attacks were primarily directed at the bases and headquarters of groups such as the Kurdish Democratic Party of Iran. So again, it's not to say that they kill every single dissenting voice, but that is still a possibility. Like, I just speaking so, like, these things are just one simple Google search. Each time he could go on one of his other monitors and go, oh, is that real? Oh, wait, oh, it is true. Okay, I'll just shut up then.
Never say shit, and if they do, they'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Here specifically, they're like, no, let's make sure it's all in there. We want the full context. He's nervous in this moment.
Let's comfort him because he's now in the land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
Ugh.
I'm worried about my family. It just goes back to the politics stuff, and
It's not comparable.
yeah.
Okay, brother.
Are you ready to go home?
Is it gonna be way different than here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like I had a sunglasses in Iran that I could see everything darker, but here everything looks more colorful.
Well, it's Mardi
Dude,
Gras. It's
dude,
Mardi Gras.
he is talking like he's writing what is this? It's so performative. It's annoying.
He's writing a new American anthem.
I'm just thinking, like, would they hear, like, somebody who lived in, like, squalor in Mexico talking about, like, their new life in the US and be like, oh my god, they're acting like Mexico's that so terrible. Oh, they hate it there. And imagine if it was, imagine it was Mexicans. They started making fun of their accent too. Like, I don't get how they think that this is a good look in any way.
Yo, no. You know what?
American-
It reminds me of when you're in English class or something. You're being taught a concept, and you need to demonstrate that you understand the concept of symbolism or descriptive writing by, like, overdoing it in your paper. You're like, I don't talk like this.
Yeah.
Such a big fat lie. Yeah, dude. Shit is. It's almost like he was waiting for someone to say, like, you mean like rose tinted glasses? Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
It's almost like I was swimming through a cloud of shit in Iran. But now that I'm here, all of the shit is gone.
And then he looks the other camera and he goes, "Thank you, Donald Trump."
And
There was a clip of Ian making fun of a Mexican accent when he was learning Spanish with Big Bang Theory. Ian is the average Big Bang Theory enjoyer, I have to say. Isn't it just called, like, iDubbbz learns Spanish with Big Bang Theory? Just conceptually, that is so funny.
We might need to go really heavy in the direction of, like, me being, like, I don't know, beta, cocked, submissive.
It's already happened, friend.
Jump to it and you can't go through it and you can't knock it down. You know that you found the wall.
Learning that, yeah. I have seen that. I'm gonna have to fucking watch Big Bang Theory in Spanish, dude. That would be cool. Sheldon, Sheldon. Dude, that unironic.
Was that it? That was terrible.
I actually think that would
Sheldon, like what?
probably be one of the best ways.
Like I was trying to think of a way to even like make fun of him for the way he did that. Like I genuinely can't even think of anything. It was just so far off.
To watch Big Bang Theory. But
That's literally it. No, there's more. Okay.
Basinko. No, they would probably just say Bazinga in a little bit of an accent. How would you say that? Basinga. Basingo. Basinga. It would just be Basinga. Yeah. The I would be like an E. Basinga. Bazinga. Listen, guys. This isn't a fight. We're on the same fucking page, all right?
I might need to pull as a soundbite Idub saying Bazinga in a Spanish accent.
Basinga. Yeah. Basinga. It would just be Basinga. Yeah.
Basinga.
Yeah, the I would be like an E. Basinga. Bazinga. Listen, guys. This isn't a fight. We're on the same fucking page, all right? We're on the same side here. Sounds like this could be a great program for increasing socialization for the elderly. Give someone a call who speaks a different language and be like, hey, I'm studying Spanish. Part of this program, can we chat? Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Because it sucks to talk to old people, dude. Like, talking to an old person when... Bazinga.
How did I skip ahead into just the perfect moment of him saying Basinga again?
Oh no, this isn't spoilers. I've seen this. This is just so early that I'm like, who the fuck is this person? I think it was just I don't know whose date this was, but yeah.
Honestly, here's the thing. That was just bad. He did a very bad impression at the beginning. I don't think that's as bad as mocking someone's accent. I think doing accents can be bad depending on the way in which you're doing like a caricature of like a race. But just trying to imitate an accent isn't inherently bad. But mocking somebody's accent because you disagree with them is inherently bad. He's worried about spoilers. Don't spoil Big Bang Theory. I haven't seen this episode in a long time. I love this one. That's how he was picking him. He was like, I love this episode. How is he just able to watch TV on stream? Well, that looked like it was a video on YouTube. Depending on the ways that they, like, I mean, it's educational content, right? Learn Espanol with TV. Here we go. Learn Spanish with TV shows. SpongeBob gets new pants.
Necesitas hacer un par de pantalones largos.
Just actually enjoy it way too much. The edible is starting to hit, I think. Oh no, Alex. It's almost time. It's almost time. I should get around to watching your video, actually. We should pull through these real quick. Extra Emily's friend says she's met Hassan multiple times and that he's not very nice. Oh, sorry. No sound. Audio?
Hassan, he was a bad date. Guys, I have met Hassan multiple times. He comes into our store, and he's not very nice to me. Yep. Can I say that?
Oh, it's okay.
Was I not supposed to say that?
That's okay. So, maybe is he like busy? Like,
the thing that's so interesting is I know that she's technically like in the circle is vast, you know. It's the streamer community. I think they do try and look out for each other on some level. And obviously she is in this circle. But I do find it so odd because it's not like she has like a close association with Hassan to find it necessary to defend him to such a high degree. Like she's not even saying anything that bad. She was like, he wasn't very nice to me. Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, even if that's true, that's not a big deal. And I find it more telling with her response to it, finding it necessary to defend Hassan to this degree. Was he busy? Was he like? You don't have to be nice to everybody. If he's a prick consistently, that's one thing. But honestly, the way I feel about it is, I don't know. We'll let it continue. Personally, I think that Hassan is a true misogynist and really treats women differently, depending on the situations that he's in. Because she said that it's like at her work or something. So I feel like if he's in a situation where a woman's working, he's probably going to just be like ruder to them, and that could be wrong, you know. But that's just the vibe that Hassan gives off for sure.
Like, is he busy?
I don't know.
Maybe he like
It's the
looking,
truth.
maybe he's looking somewhere.
But do you know who was really, really nice to me? Like, so nice to me. I forgot his name.
I forget who she says too. They start saying it in chat. She just goes on to say somebody else. Yeah, Jacob Elordi. She says Jacob Elordi was super nice. I was assuming he wasn't nice. He seems very dismissive, yeah. And like that's the thing too, is like, yeah, not being very, and maybe that is just her personality. Yeah, she does this for anything negative. Maybe that is just her personality, and that's how she just responds to negativity. But I don't know, if your friend's saying someone's not nice, I feel like it's a weird like response to be like, maybe he was just busy. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe he's a prick. Why does it matter so much? I don't even need to get high to watch Captain. Thanks. Shout out you. The rest of you, shame. But cheers. Neon was shocked when two models alleged that Hassan flew them out to Europe. And again, this is all allegedly. We don't know. Who knows? Maybe this is a different Hassan. Maybe Emily's friend was talking about a different Hassan. You never know. But Neon was shocked when two models alleged that Hassan flew them out to Europe. This is defamation, Hassan. Sue them.
Go watch Turkish iDubbbz stream.
Have you guys ever dated the same guy?
No, maybe.
Why is this so quiet? Why do you do this, Reddit? Oh my god, that's way too.
Hassan. Have you guys ever dated the same guy?
No, maybe.
Hassan. Who flew us to Europe? We love you, Hassan.
Hassan, if you're watching this.
We love you so much. Who got free flights to Europe? And that's where we paused the live. Of course, baby girl. We did. Oh, wow.
Hassan is a narcissistic piece of shit, so I'm pretty sure he wasn't nice to her or anyone he didn't want something from. Well, he flew these girls out, so he was nice to them. So clearly Emily's story is fake.
We didn't go for comedy. Okay. So y'all get flown out and get fucked?
No.
Chill, Neon. What the fuck?
Comedy.
Okay.
So y'all get flown out and get fucked?
No.
Oh, you don't.
fucked.
Okay.
We're just, we're just blonde. So we're like, we're going for the vibes. We're going for the shits and gigs.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't link Hassan when you got there?
No.
He just bought the ticket.
Nah, we just did the dinners.
To be seen with us out in public, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Isn't that good for us though?
It's pretty good.
So he flew you guys out, and all you had to do was stand next to him.
Yes.
What a
Take
fucking.
photos, go out for dinner.
Yes, we were literally living our life in Europe. Like Mykonos, you name it, we were there.
Scorpios.
We were at freaking Ireland.
Wow, Hassan.
Well, like they said, they weren't being flown out to be anything more than eye candy. That's way better, right? He wasn't flying them out to have sex with them. He was just flying them out because he wanted pretty things to look at. It doesn't seem like, I don't know, the way they're describing it, I understand they had fun, but I don't think they realized that it doesn't seem like he was necessarily caring about them as people. Cared more about just having women around. Yeah, it sounds insecure for sure. I do not believe any of this for some reason. It could be false. It could be untrue. They both said that they got paid to just stand around. So theoretically, this should be somewhere, right? Hassan, if not just film like streaming, you would probably see them in just some pictures in relation to Hassan, right? So this could be untrue. Again, this is all alleged.
Bobby, how could you do that? That's crazy.
No,
okay.
that's amazing.
Yeah, wow. So do you guys still talk to Hassan?
Blocked on everything.
Blocked. We got our way blocked.
Oh, they got blocked though. Maybe. Who knows? And then I got sent this by Fupa Troopa. Oop, no sound.
What kind of mental contortion does it take to go from chanting women life freedom to defending the Islamic Republic, the very regime that beat Mahsa Amini to death over a strand of hair? Waving Palestinian flags wrapped in keffirs, they gather in Berlin, London, and Toronto under slogans stolen from our dead. Women life freedom, yet not a single lion and sun flag inside. No Iranians inside, but Western leftists, Arab Islamists, ideologues and opportunists. None of these morally rotten frauds mourning our pain. They don't care about the execution of our brothers and fathers, the rape of our sisters and daughters, the torture, disappearance, and murder of our friends, the poisoning of our land and drying of our rivers, the looting of our national wealth for global jihad, the slow suffocation of a nation stripped of future voice and dignity, or the millions of Iranians, Syrians, Yemenis, Iraqis, Lebanese, and Palestinians sacrificed on the altar of an Islamist death cult. This regime, where women are disfigured with acid for showing their hair, where teenagers are shot in the eyes and blinded for daring to dream, is not a government. It is the most brutal patriarchal theocracy bent on acquiring nuclear weapons to fulfill a messianic fantasy of apocalypse. Alongside communist China and Putin's Russia, it stands as one of the last true colonial empires on earth. To support this monstrosity in the name of human rights is the most perverse and wicked inversion of morality, the hallmark of our pathological age. No mentally coherent, morally intact human being would look at this regime and mistake it for a victim.
I do think that everything she's saying is very poignant. And I think that it is often the framing as this, though, that is what gets criticized, and that's kind of the problem with not even the other side, with our own side, is she's not saying anything wrong, but I can already see like which ways this can be, like she's saying, contorted. People's perceptions become contorted based on like the language used, and like they may be the victim, but just because they are individually victims does not mean that the group is acting out of victimhood. They are acting out of their own, like for their own political motives.
A victim, unless they share its hatred for Jews, its loathing for the West, and its contempt for liberty. These people do not care about justice. They do not care about Iranians. What truly animates them is Jew hatred. And they cling to it so fanatically that they are willing to erase our suffering, mock our dead, and throw entire nations under the bus to preserve their sick ideology, one built on envy, resentment, and the blood of innocence. We live in an age where neo-Nazis LARP as anti-colonial environmentalists, where feminists kneel for patriarchs and progressives defend the theocrats, and where LGBT activists march arm in arm with Islamists who would hang them from cranes.
Kevin, when did you change the subscriber icons? I literally did it yesterday.
In such a world.
Yeah, people will claim she's a Nazi for this. Cabin looking extra toasty today. Do I look more red than usual? My camera got all fucked up and I had to fix the lighting and everything. I have a naturally redder complexion, I would say, like redder undertones, but I thought I got it all right. But yeah, I think that it's just so... It is so interesting the way people defend like these regressive regimes without like the slightest clue as to what the actual like history is and current standing of not just the government but the peoples. And it's just so interesting because it just what it boils down to at the end of the day for most of these people is they just go, well, they're fighting against Israel. And it's like, well, yeah, and you can still think that Israel's doing stuff wrong in the same way that you can still think America's doing stuff wrong. None of them are like amazing. Like no military is a great military if you want to really break it down. But again, it's about the ways in which we try and uplift people, and there are people that are being repressed.
The only honorable thing to do is to call this pestilence by name. The hatred is a badge of...
Yeah, they confuse defending these governments as defending their people for some reason. Yeah, and it's like, and in the same, well, it's because they just do the conflation in the same way that they do the conflation for Israel and Israelis. And they go, oh, it's the Israelis. And it's like, well, it's not Israelis, it's the Israeli government, if you want to like actually call out the people doing stuff.
Honor. Let's earn it.
And obviously, Iran has other people that they push against, but I think Israel is just what everyone is kind of drawing their conclusions from at the moment. Okay, so now we only have a little bit of time left before Alex the Fiction is getting started, and I need to get a little wacky, wavy, wacky. I guess I should do this now then, huh? Should I put these down? I don't like dark chocolate. I don't know if this is going to taste good. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So again, this is 100 milligrams of what? That's for me to know and for you to, for the YouTube bots to never find out. Does it really matter at this point? I know there are people with full-on weed channels. I don't think it matters. Well, we've kind of jumped the shark by saying it. But look at how small this is. With a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt on there. But let's get this started with this video. This is from Lus. Denims versus Ethan Klein for defamation. Why Denims could not win. Let's see.
Hey guys, today we are going to review a odor case. This isn't even a lawsuit, it never got to the point. So when you're sent a cease and desist letter, these are very cheap letters. Lawyers send them by the hundreds, if not thousands, every
Still have the audio way too high. I'm sorry.
single year. So it's kind of an easy paycheck. And the lawyer many times knows that the client will never move forward with the lawsuit, and that's what happened here. So Denon sent a cease and desist letter to Ethan Klein, claiming...
And then I have these. So that was 100. I'm laughing because I already knew I was going to do this. I also have these. I can't show these either, I don't think. But I have these, which are 10 each. So I'll pop a couple of these too. We're going in. I just realized I hadn't said that yet, and I was like, I should pop these open. Another one down the hatch.
Defamation. The defamation revolved around whether or not she contacted Child Protective Services on the Klein family. I do think this is a really big deal. And when I look at the snark, both the H3 snark subreddit and the H3 leftover subreddit, it's obvious to me they don't understand what a big deal it is. Let me emphasize this. Every parent...
What is your tolerance? I once did 1,000 to see what would happen, but then I fell asleep. I did the full 1,000, and it wasn't like I was like drooling and falling over or anything, but I just ended up falling asleep because of it. Captain about to hear colors soon? I hope so.
Tries to do the best for their kids. They try their best to take care of their kids. It is a crazy thing to think that, in most cases, that Child Protective Services would do a better job than the actual parents, right? So we hopefully do not live in a society where that's true for most people, or even 90%, or even 95%.
I was going to eat that one anyways, but it fell on the carpet. There's literally hair and lint on it now. No more tossing them.
By sending Child Protective Services after your family and having even a little danger, right? I mean, again, maybe there's what the perceived danger.
Oh, sorry. I set up the fun poll, but I didn't post it yet because we were doing the other video, and I thought that was too important of a topic to post this. This is our fun poll for the day. What is the real most important meal of the day? Thank you so much for the oh, sorry. That was a member for 2 months. Oh, that means you upgraded. That means you got the new look. Go Rum Tum Tugger. See, that's the thing. That's the benefit of being a member. And shout out Rum Tum Tugger. You know what I was going to do, Rum Tum Tugger? I was actually going to say, so the poll is for today, what is the most important meal of, oh my God, I am getting too faded. What is the real most important meal of the day? Is it breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks? So that poll's gone. But then what I was going to say is, Rum Tum Tugger, you have been in here for a minute. I don't know if it was you that said it in the Discord originally. Someone had said it about becoming a mod. I do need some more mods in here. Obviously, I don't expect you to mod the whole time while in my chat. But you are an individual that I do trust. And all I have is, I think I have Alex, Fupa Troopa, and Pink Sigils, and I think that's it. My fiance, yeah. So I think that's it. So if you're interested in that, Rum Tum Tugger, I'd like to pass that your way. You can start deleting Alex's chat. Get in a deletion war.
Would depend on declines of having their children removed unlawfully, and even though they were great parents, they were removed because someone had called. That's very scary. That is very scary as a parent. So if you are a parent, or even if you're a pet owner, you can kind of relate, but it wouldn't be to the level, in my opinion, of having someone, your pet or your kid, which again is a much higher level. But I'm talking to a lot of these H3 snarkers. They might not have kids. They might just have pets. This is a very scary thing to have happen to you. So that's what we're talking about, defamation. And I agree with Dennis here. This is, if someone claimed you called CPS on their family and this was not true, then yes, this would be defamation. Now, discovery.
It is interesting to try and... Denham sends Ethan Klein legal letter demanding a retraction for his remarks linking her to the CPS controversy. And didn't Ethan clarify? He didn't make a retraction necessary. I guess he did kind of make a retraction of sorts, but he made just kind of a statement clarifying his perspective on her involvement in what he believes to be a conspiracy against him that led to CPS to be called. That was the longest way I could have said that possible, but figured it out.
Pet owner, you can kind of relate, but it wouldn't be to the level, in my opinion, of having someone, your pet or your kid, which again is a much higher level. But I'm talking to a lot of these age-free snarkers. They might not have kids. They might just have pets. This is a very scary thing to have happen to you.
He explicitly said this is not a retraction during that statement. Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought so. I couldn't remember if he said that it was a retraction or it wasn't, but I could definitely see Ethan doing that for sure.
So that's what we're talking about, defamation. And I agree with Dennis here. This is if someone claimed you called CPS on their family and this was not true, then yes, this would be defamation. Now, discovery, whether or not there was any connection, whether or not she promoted it.
I wonder how that would work, though. Because even if she did have a connection to the call for CPS, like this is just a hypothetical thought. So if she was in collusion with the Snark mods and calling CPS, would it matter? Like, would she still be able to sue for defamation because Ethan did not have the prior knowledge? Like, even he's still right, but he didn't have the actual grounds to be able to make the statements prior to discovery. I'm not a lawyer or have any legal understanding, but there's a thought.
Was in a conspiracy to promote it. That would all come out in court.
I personally think she's responsible for it. Maybe not directly by doing it herself, but definitely influencing someone else to do it. I saw those clips in full context. Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And when I was debating Perry, and I think that honestly, he probably did present the fairest argument in terms of the fact that I just need to read the statement again. Did it clarify? Because it said that the call for CPS was unfounded. That was the way that it was stated, right? And that would mean that it is untrue, but we don't know to which degree it is untrue. So we don't know if it's specifically about feces in the house or whatever, Giardia. So it could have been somebody else and still just be an untrue claim, like if his maid had been vindictive. But I do think that probably would have been a lot easier to figure out. I disagree with the claim, but I at least think that that's a more fair argument than a lot of people have presented. Yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing during that stream. And I mean, it's just clear as day when all of her chat is being like, oh my god, someone should call CPS. It's kind of hard to ignore there.
That would all come out in the case. That would be the Ethan.
Pokeball sticker on your new headphones? I see you. I actually don't. This is actually Sloth from the Goonies. It says Rocky Road. And this side is a little desert scape, little desert scene with a sloth driving a car over. You can imagine that's like a cloud or something. There you go. That dude was dumb as hell. He was. I still just think he was trolling. I can't believe he was actually that, like, willfully ignorant.
Klein defense, and the defense would be very simple. Hey, we are telling the truth about you. You did call or did encourage someone to call CPS on our family. And that would probably be the debating points in the lawsuit. So here, she hired a lawyer. There is a lawyer. The lawyer does have a name, and she blurred out the lawyer's name and so on. It is a law firm. They do have a address, so this is a legitimate lawyer sending a cease and desist letter, and that's it. From this, she was able to raise almost $37,000 from her subscribers. Was it 37 or 47,000? Let me double check this.
You don't have the power to time out Alex? One sec, let me see.
To be exact, it was 46,381. This is more money than Casey Tron raised. So the amount of money that she raised to sue Ethan Klein for defamation was in excess of whatever Casey Tron raised. And I would imagine what Casey Tron spent in court. I'm saying she had enough money. So if she wanted to sue Ethan Klein for defamation and get...
Let me know how that worked. Captain wants equality between the mods. Yes, we can't have a hierarchy here. I'm at the top. That's the only hierarchy.
Get to at least discovery, if not interrogatories, probably not depositions yet. Even though, I mean, depositions, probably not that many witnesses.
It still might not let you do it to mods. I don't actually know how that works, but that would be pretty funny. All the mods just time themselves out for 20 minutes, can't do anything. It might be a thing for mods that they just complete, they're OP.
She probably could get past discovery if they were incredibly lean. Now, her excuse as to why she was not able to do that, or did not want to do...
Demod Alex so Rum can time him out. We can. The whole point was getting more mods. You can time out Fupa, but not Alex. Maybe, I think Fupa's probably not a... Fupa was also not a managing moderator. There we go. Now nobody can time out any other mod. Gonna be the Wild West out here. This was my last 3, so that should have been 9. I'm not eating that last one. So 190.
Do that. 1 week, 1,692 donations, and $46,000 later, I'm refunding the GoFundMe. When I go forward as a plaintiff, I will be self-funded. Period. Okay, so she's saying the reason I don't want to do it is I want to fund this myself. But my argument would be, yeah, the $40,000, $50,000, you can still fund it yourself. You're probably going to spend $500,000 in this defamation case if your team is very lean and the hours are quite lean. So what's $50,000 when you're going to spend $450,000? You're going to spend 10 times or 10 times as much money as what was raised here. So this is a very bizarre idea that she is going to not sue Ethan Klein.
Everyone processes differently. Is that a lot for you? Not really. I mean, I'm a big guy, so I think that I already have a high tolerance, and then also I intake a lot already, so my tolerance is higher. I think this will definitely do something.
Because he wants to self-fund.
How much time we got until Alex's stream? We have 20 minutes. Oh no, I need to get to his video. Hurry up, Lus. Tony, please.
When the amount of money raised, even though to a layperson, a non-lawyer, it seems like a ton of money, but I can tell you that for a defamation case, see Billy Mitchell or Carl Jobs, each of their legal fees, just legal fees, were well over $1 million US. So if you convert to Australian to US, it would still be over $1 million. Proceeding with the defamation suit against Ethan is a monumental undertaking.
Wait, how tall are you? I'm like, when I was a kid, they told me I was like 6'3", but I've always just said I'm like 6'1", because I'm pretty sure doctors do lie to you for some reason. They just want to boost your confidence. So I say I'm like 6'1", because then if I'm like 6'2", it's like, cool. But I'm pretty sure I'm like, I just say 6'1". And I'm like 240 pounds. I'm like 235 right now. But I'm in that range.
Blah, blah, blah. Suit took 4 years. I don't want to fundraise to start a fight that I cannot finish and feel like I let down those who have donated. So she did let down people who donated. So 1 week ago, she had said, hey, we're taking on Ethan Klein, donate. And then another week, she just changed her mind. We're no longer taking off Ethan Klein. I want to self-fund. When in fact, the lawsuit would have been 95% self-funded anyway, has she not, again, done a second, third, fourth fundraiser. Why issue a retraction letter and crowdfund if you weren't serious about your legal threat? I was and I am. Okay, so here is where we have an interesting thing in the law. So she clearly did talk to a lawyer. There's no doubt in my mind they sat down, they had a conversation of what this looks like, Miles, and specifically the lawyer probably told her the cost. Because on the lawyer end, that's what he's worried about. Can you actually pay me? I don't know how much live streamers make. Are you rich? Are you wealthy? Do you have access to other assets? He's probably just worried about getting paid throughout the lawsuit, as many lawyers are at any given time. So here you have a really strange issue because defamation, you have to show damages. So what are the damages? And I would make the argument, I think any good lawyer would see this argument coming a mile away, that Denon's versus actually benefited from from Ethan Klein mentioning her in this way.
Damn, JH Cruz, I'm 6'5", 260, big boy. Just a big boy. 4'11". We love our short kings and queens, though. We love our short kings, queens, and non-binary arcs. Like not monarchs. Just call them a monarch, like a butterfly. There you go.
Involved with Child Protective Services. That Denon's core audience, they do not like Ethan Klein, and I would actually say that by sending a GoFundMe and having raised so much money in a week, you're essentially showing the court and everyone else that your audience does not like Ethan Klein. So they want to do harm to Ethan Klein, or they want to do harm to his business, or even in this case his family. So that would be a clear argument to me, is like, how is he going to ever prove damages, right? How is he going to prove she lost revenue? How is he going to prove that she lost subscribers when her subscribers probably shot through the roof during this fundraising period in time?
Themperers. I love that. Kings, queens, and themperers. That hits so hard. Oh, size 14 shoes, so I'm always walking around basically with swim flippers on. Yeah, see, I'm a size 13. Being a 13 is like the lucky end of height, because once you get to a 14, shoe stores no longer have your shoes. I feel for you because even finding a 13 sometimes is difficult in the shoe that you want. Like, you can find a 13, but it'll just be some random shoe that you have to get. But getting a 14 is always like impossible. See, I really think I'm a 13, but I'm a little wide. So that's the problem. So I fit a 13, but it's always about the type of shoe that I'm getting. Don't want my pinkies cramped. Yeah, I can never find shoes, bro. It's so... I feel you.
She probably cannot. And that is the crux of one of the...
I always have to order online. At least they have those services now. I think of the tallest man to ever live, Robert Wadlow. The tallest man ever on record. Robert Wadlow had to get his shoes custom made because he had shoe size. What was it? A 37 AA. They have it at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Or they might have copies of them. I don't know if they're the official ones, but yeah, crazy stuff. I'm 6'1" with a size 9 shoe. I'm like 6'4" in heels. See, we love the tall and short kings, queens, and themperers. I'm going to remember that one for good now.
So many people claim defamation all the time, not understand.
We need to finish this off, though, because we need to get to Alex's video. Honestly, I don't think there's much to say here. I do agree with Lus that... I mean... It's like a... It's sunk costs, but it's not a fallacy. She would really just be dumping in too much money into this if she really wanted to. And the grounds would... I mean... And again, it really doesn't necessarily matter because of the retraction made. Did Rum work out how to time out Alex? Prep for stream, prob, and got banned. Just a little bit of both. Yes, Alex's stream should be starting soon in 10 and 11 minutes. Okay, I do want to get us through as much of this video as I can. I did start watching it on my own too, but I want to show it on stream too. Shout out Alex the Fiction. If you haven't seen it already, great video. It's only got 2,500 views with Alex the Fiction and Fupa Troopa. And it's shouting out snarkbrain.com. Make sure you go check it out. The articles have been updated. There's more and more stuff here. I do like that they've added the images as well, just to give it a little bit more. A little bit more. But did Ethan and Hila endorse Yoav Galan? That seems to be a big one. So people could really use this. But speed run time to speed run the video. Alex is just sitting there high. He's trying to figure out how to start the stream, and he's like, just kidding. Just kidding. Well, maybe, but I think he's got it. I believe in him. But this is Alex the Fiction and Fupa Troopa. H3 Snark is Insane, Episode 1. Racists, degenerates, creeps, and weirdos. To name a few.
Hello everyone, welcome to a new series, The Insanity of H3 Snark. In this series, we'll be reading, debunking, and mocking the craziness that is the H3 Snark. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, Fupa Trooper went out of his way to make this into a little game he calls Operation Snark Brain, strategically neutralizing a moral reactionary crux, battle response against Insanity Network. Good, alright, so let's start it up and see what this is all about. I've not looked at this beforehand, so you're coming into this as fresh as I am, so let's take a look. He wants me to pick which of these titles is an actual Snark post. So the first one says, the crew are worms, especially the Arab ones, or the crew are worms, especially the women. Now,
I'm gonna go with even the women, just because I think that recently they've been targeting the women a bit more with the whole internalized misogyny stuff. But it could go either way, really.
That first one's way too crazy to be an actual Snark post. I don't think the Snark is that crazy to say something like that. So I'm going to go with the second option here. Really?
Snarking on the Arabs? Crazy. Just a way, I mean, like, that is insane. Okay.
The crew are worms, especially the Arab ones? No fucking way. AB and Lena, quote unquote, the Arab ones, have fundraised over $100,000 for Palestine. Okay, that's the note that Fupa sent. All right, let's open the file, see what this is about. So the title of the post says, Ethan Klein is a pedophile troll who abuses animals and is on the camera sexualizing children. Gary Klein is a groomer who groomed a teenage girl. Eli Klein is a war criminal. The crew are pathetic worms with no morals, especially the Arab ones who stayed during the live stream's child holocaust. What the fuck are they talking about? This is all caught on tape, is written and admitted. Oh, and the remaining fans of the show are vile as well. Have a good day, y'all. About to head off.
What site is this? Alex or Fupa Troopa? What site is this? Is this like a personal site? Or is this an archive link? Is that what this is? It's a web archive? Web.dart archive? Or not Web.dart archive, the other archive site? Sorry, that for some reason pulled me in.
Is written and admitted. What the fuck are they talking about? This is all caught on tape.
He archived the links. Okay. So these were deleted from the actual Snark subreddit.
Is written and admitted. Oh, and the remaining fans of the show are vile as well. Have a good day, y'all. About to head off to work. This is what you're doing before going to work? Ah! This is insane.
Yeah, I'm grinding in like a making money kind of way. I make money before I make money. Get your grind up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it wasn't deleted. You just archived them just in case. It being up is even worse. My God.
Fupa, this one's fucking insane already. There's a lot to unpack here. So yeah, Ethan is a pedophile troll, quote unquote. Sure, why? It's okay, it's a troll. Okay, we'll give him that.
The man was a pedophile
troll. Well, if you got a troll, somebody. It's a troll Reddit account he had 15 years ago, who abuses animals and is on camera sexualizing children. Now that's that one I have an issue with. Who abuses animals? He gives the dog cheese. Is that what you're talking about? That's not animal abuse.
Context. Snarkers invented a conspiracy that Ethan killed his own dog with cheese. Visit snarkrating.com/shredder if you want to know more.
And is on camera sexualizing children. Now, you can't just say shit, okay? You have to actually provide evidence if you're gonna fucking say he sexualized children, okay? Gary Klein is a groomer who groomed a teenage girl. No, I'm not gonna defend Gary here.
Yeah. Ethan's dad started dating his mom when she was 16 and he was 21. This was 54 years ago. What year is that? 54, so... Damn. 70, right? Or 71? Yeah? Am I off? Mental math is hard. Just 71, I think. 1971? And again, it's wrong. Bad. Shouldn't have done it. But I mean, I think that story is a lot more common than many people are going to want to admit. I think most people's grandparents are kind of in this boat, sadly enough. Yeah, 71?
For dating Donna when she was a lot younger than he was.
I'm not that high. I'm pretty high.
Obviously gross and weird. All right, no one's cool with that. But fuck it, man. They've been married for like what, 50 years? Who cares at this point? And the crew are pathetic worms with no morals, especially the Arab ones. I am just at a loss for words. It's just so insane. Especially the Arab ones. That's just oozing racism, right? I don't even know what to say. What is this even represent? Who staged during a live stream's child holocaust? Who's live streaming a child holocaust? And what are you referring to? Let's see what the comments say. Zach literally follows Zionist accounts on Instagram. I love that they all pretend to be pro-Palestinians, while Zach...
I mean, yeah, weird, but like, what do you want them to do? They've been married ever since. I mean, you could criticize Gary for a lot if you actually like... Because the story, from the way I understand it, and again, I don't want to get into their family life, but the way it's been told, at least, to my understanding, is they did split up for a bit at one point before, maybe when they had Ethan's sister, but I remember them saying it was before Ethan was born. And they split up for a bit and then got back together. So I don't know what period of their life that was. And Gary, you know, we know Gary is a fucking gooner, and like Ethan has described him as not the best father. So there is enough to criticize, but it's not like anybody's holding him up on a pedestal at the end of the day. It's just that it is Ethan's father. If you're saying that like the police should fucking arrest him and send him to prison, I mean, that's a different conversation, I guess. Yeah, boundaries and the social narrative about those ages were different compared to how it is now. Yeah, and I mean, and it's, again, it's not like it's good. It's definitely wrong. And there's plenty to criticize Gary about, so it's just a weird... I think that the main reason they're bringing it up at this point is just to be like, it runs in the family. Ethan's just like his old man.
Only chimes in for the Zionist talking points. First of all, spell his name right, Jack. It's Zach with an H. Oh, Fubuchu left a little, Fubuchu were coming with the receipts. He just says the poster says the Arab ones. Who is this? Falling Crowns? Let's check out Falling Crowns post history. 4 days ago, leftovers. 6 days ago, leftovers. 7 days ago, leftovers. Oh, 2 months ago, leftovers. 2 months ago, leftovers. Oh, there they are 4 months ago. He declined is sexually attracted to children. Those are 18 years old and is on a record sexually harassing them. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. The Boston bombing. Ethan sexualizing other children. All right, I'm very curious to see what this dude has to say. The Boston bombing. Oh, he doesn't even know how to spell victim. Oh, he's just a bad empanada fan. Very good.
So, what I'm making a call for here is for everyone to find and salute your local IDF veteran. Thank them for their service. Find and salute them. Salute them. Veterans need the recognition that they deserve rather than just walking around in other countries anonymous, as if nothing ever happened.
If you think he's actually exploiting children in his content, you made it a very convenient place for people who are into that to kind of watch all that, you know?
There's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important/relevant conversations.
Guarantee we're gonna find somewhere. There we go. The devolution of man and crew. Dude, he doesn't stop. 18-year-old Israeli corporal confirmed dead after last Iranian attack. The IDF has announced the death of Corporal Aitan Zaks, 18, killed in an Iranian attack on Be'er Sheba this morning. What is True Anon? I gotta see what this is about. Okay, it's just a left-wing podcast, it seems like. Man, this is kind of a crazy rabbit hole. I don't know if we have time to dig into whatever the fuck this podcast is about.
Oh, True Anon? Like QAnon? But they're being like, we're the truth. Purple. So yeah, they're showing that after he got killed, a bunch of people were like celebrating that the Iranian military struck his apartment, it sounds like. And I don't understand. I'm just kind of confused as to how they identified and wanted to just strike his apartment. That is kind of interesting as well. Like, why was he singled out? I guess I didn't read far enough into the headlines. I do think I have to end this though. That's insane. No, and then all of the things they're saying are even more insane. But I do really appreciate everybody for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm about to send you guys over to Alex the Fiction, where I will be. I'm going to be there. It's so crazy, isn't it? So like this stream if you haven't already. But I'm literally about to be in the other stream. It's so cool. That's how we do it over here. You know? That was the point. He wasn't multiple people died. It wasn't just put through those outlets that cool, because the only way that it was described was him, his girlfriend, his mother, and then I don't remember what it said for the third woman or the fourth woman. But it still seems isolated, like in a way. But I don't know. I guess I'd have to read the thing a little bit more. That was the point. He wasn't multiple people died.
Ah, crap. Did I call him too?
No, it's okay. One sec. Redirecting. I can hear him. Here, I'm hopping on. I'm about to send everybody your way. Oh. Is this working? Oh. There we go. Okay, guys. This probably looks weird for you now. We're on a green screen. It happens, though. This is the glory of streaming. Yes, I am. I'm about to end it right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I don't think they can hear you. Say hello. Say goodbye. Say
hello and goodbye, everyone. We're going to be starting up in just a second.